We left Langkawi on the 10th of July, heading for Sabang in Indonesia.
Hey! So we are leaving Langkawi.
So hot, eh?
Yes.
We have a bit of wind and the nose. Once we get out the island here, we'll be able to turn and raise sails and hopefully sail for a few hours at least.
Yeah, let's hope.
That's what's nice.
Let's hope. Wow.
We arrived in Sabang on the 12th of July at about 9:30 in the morning.
Tied up against the harbour master's boat. Our Coast Guard.
Okay, you can do. So this is flag of Indonesia. Yeah. Going up the mast. There it is. Only to go. Oh, Captain.
Yeah,
Cleared in, all good.
All checked in,
Yes.
everything's done.
Now we just need to check fenders.
And then we're good to go to town.
Yes, yeah.
After checking in and before leaving the dock, we decided to have a quick visit around town.
What you say, Lovey?
Oh, nice, pleasant place. I really like it. I enjoy it.
So watermelons.
So many watermelons, huh?
Yeah.
And we thought we'll be struggling to get them.
And evers. So many. Pawpaws.
Yeah.
Get pawpaws, cucumbers, pawpaws. There's oranges, Lovey.
Oh, yeah.
Watermelons.
Once we came back from town, we moved the boat across the bay from the main harbour and took a mooring ball to work out our plan from there.
Poultry chicken over there at the back. The little island here, hiding behind.
We were close to a fishing village dock, so we went to shore to go and look at the local fishing boats and see if we could rent a scooter from there. We met a friendly fisherman called Addy who rented us a scooter for the day to be able to go and explore all the way from here into town with his scooter. The view from the roadside as you drive over the mountains back onto the boat and the bay where we were anchored is absolutely spectacular. We found out that diving is all done about 10 kilometers away from town. So after a night on the mooring ball, we raised the anchor and decided to sail around to the bay to go and do some diving.
These little roads. How's it, Lovey? Crazy. Got 25 knots. 25 knots of wind, gusting to 35. Got a reef general. 8.7 knots up to 9.5 knots just with the general up to get around the corner of this island. Just got back the wind. 25 knots now. Boat's 8.24 boat speed. Getting some current. covering here. Diving.
The wind was funneling a lot around the tops of these mountain tops, so we had an extremely brisk sail all the way to Rubia Island.
Knots of speed.
10 knots and 35 knots a wind. Calming down a bit. 9.5. Yeah, I think let's start up the engine.
Once we got to the anchorage, the gap between Rubia Island and the mainland gave us lots of protection from the sea state, but the wind still blew a little bit in this anchorage. Once we were settled, we went ashore and we met the Rubia Turtle Divers dive shop and decided to take some dives with them. The water clarity at Rubia Island dive regions is very clear, and there was a lot of fish life. Most fish life I've seen in Asia so far. I ended up renting the dive gear as well as a GoPro camera with its housing, as my gear had not arrived yet from once we sold the boat in the Caribbean. So it was all borrowed gear and camera, but I think the photographs and the videos show how nice these reefs actually are. This has to be the biggest Gorgonian fan I've seen in the ocean. This was an enormous school of jacks just swimming around in a circle, enjoying the water and the currents in the region. The amount of juvenile fish that you see on these reefs is absolutely tremendous to see. As you know, that there's going to be a future in this reef with all the fish growing up and living around the reef. During the dive, I saw a number of different species of moray eels. They were really nice to see once again, because usually in areas where there's a lot of fishing, they are taken out first. With the beauty of the water and the reefs in this Ruby Island area, I was so excited to sign up for more dives, multiple dives in a day and multiple days of diving, which was not what we originally planned. But once you get there and you see the beauty, you just have to use it and enjoy the time. There are too many different species of fish on this reef to document in a few dives, so it was really tremendously great to be able to see so many different types of fish on a reef with the fishing village not that far away. When starting most of your dives in Ruby Island, you start off deep, about 30 meters, and then you work your way up to the shallows, and as you get to 5 meters, you do your safety stop, and then you can pop to the surface at the end of your dive. Clownfish undoubtedly are one of my favorites on a reef, and I can spend hours just photographing them, watching them interact with these anemone, and just enjoying watching them swim around and be protected by this anemone. This neon pinky orange anemone was the first of a kind that I've seen in my life in over 35 years of diving. So this was truly amazing to see this color of an anemone and the fluorescence. It's about a 10-minute ride from the reef back to the beach in front of the dive shop where we had left our dinghy, and it's a pleasant ride, as you can see.
Okay, we're going. Yeah, with him. It's the journalist.
This dive, I had a local Indonesian journalist who was joining me on the dive and taking some underwater photographs himself to write an article for one of their newspapers.
What you say, Lovey? Enjoyed it.
blink of an eye, our month in Sabang was over, and it was time for us to check out of Indonesia and make our way back to Langkawi, Malaysia. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to see further episodes.